Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Something very unusual seems to be happening with the media. There seems to be something a bit odd. Today, Humza went to Glasgow. He is launching his general election campaign, and it isn't looking good. He's standing there in the hall in Glasgow. And when you look at the pictures, they've all been very carefully staged. And you're getting different pictures. If you go to different websites, you'll see different pictures. But you'll see the same people in them. It seems to be that he did his launch, not with party members, not with members of the public, but just simply whoever happened to be around at the time. His staffers, the bit of press and things like that. And they'd all huddle them up one side so they could take the picture here. And then huddle them up the other side so they could take the picture here to make it look as though he had a full hall. And that doesn't seem and appear to be the case. It looks like he was standing in a room more or less on his own, apart from his flunkies, trying to convince people for the press that he was dynamic and, purposeful and ready to lead Scotland into the future, a sort of Braveheart figure, really. Sad fart, I think, would be nearer the truth. But what's very weird is if you go on to all the other sites and you try and get video, very little of it. It's very limited. Even places like STV, who live on video, they normally have videos of these things. Nothing there. It's just pictures, carefully crafted pictures, all over the place. They don't want you to see the video. Why? Is it so embarrassing for Humza that he basically threw a party and nobody came? It seems a very, very weird way of starting your election campaign. And of course, they're already going backwards, aren't they? They're saying that we're going to win 6 seats off the Tories. No, you're not. And why are you concentrating on beating the Tories when the Tories aren't the threat? The threat is Labour. But you're concentrating on the Tories because you know you haven't got a single hope in hell of thrashing Labour. And you want to present some kind of victory. Oh yes, we'll win the seats off the Tories. And I'm not entirely sure you will. But there's no point winning 2-3 seats off the Tories if you're going to lose 20 to Labour. It is a very kind of backwards, weird launch, I suppose, of your general election campaign. And of course also, it's very, very early. The campaign, you're starting now. How can you maintain that momentum if the election isn't possibly until October? Or are you thinking it is going to be an early election and you want to get a few weeks under your belt, thinking it might be an early May election? Who knows? But if it's an October election, everyone's going to be worn out and you'll have run out of money. That won't matter, will it? Who knows? Who knows what's going on? But half his MPs don't even want to be there. He's got these MPs in Westminster now and he's saying, oh yes, we must win this seats in Westminster. Half the Westminster seats are going. Mary Black going, Blackford's going. Loads of them. They're upping sticks and leaving. They don't even want to work for you at Westminster. And yet you're trying to convince people, yes, it matters. Vote for us. Get loads of people into Westminster. Please. We're desperate. You're certainly desperate. I mean, you're desperate. Your deputy leader down in Westminster, Mary Black, she's quitting. And if your deputy leader's quitting because she says it's a toxic environment, why would anyone want to vote for you to put people down there? I don't get this. What is actually wrong with the man? He's trying to double down on things that have already happened, that people have rejected. So he's trying to push it again in the hope that, well, they rejected it last time, maybe they'll have changed their minds. They've got to admit that they're not going to win. They've got to admit that they are looking at the polls, facing a massive, massive defeat. We've done the video today, he's already admitted if they lose a lot of seats, Skexit is dead in the water. And he seems to think it's the Tories that are the enemy. Every policy, public services, health, education, everything, you name it. I could list them, but you name it. It's a failure. It's a bad failure. And he's trying to convince people, hey, yes, we've failed in the past. Vote for us now and we'll get it right this time. You've had 17 years. You can't get it right after 17 years. I mean, who knows? I mean, what you could do, you could go and see Gillian. Our first story of the day, wasn't it? Go and see Gillian. She'll look into her crystal ball and she'll tell you whether you're going to be successful or not come October. To be fair, you don't need Gillian and her crystal ball, do you? I can tell you. I can tell you right now. You're going to be sitting there on that Friday morning in October. You'll be weeping into your cornflakes. You'll be sitting there going, why did they all reject me? And then there'll be a bang on the door and in will breeze Kate Forbes. She'll say, Humza, pack your bags, you're done. Out you go. He'll have to go. Butte House, he'll have to find somewhere else to live. He can go back up to Dundee, can't he? Because he won't be living in Butte House anymore. She'll be shifting her arse in and picking new wallpaper. She's probably already picking new wallpaper. What was that posh wallpaper shop that my wife used to make me go to? Laura Ashley. Don't know if it's still around, is it? I think it's gone. But but she'll be at I think it's online, but she'll be on the Laura Ashley website, won't she? I like the peacock one myself. But yeah, she'll be picking them out. I think, we'll have some new furniture there, because let's face it, she's the next leader. Now, it's up to the SNP. Do they shovel Humza Yousaf out now and give her time to bed in and lead them and hopefully not lose too many seats? Or do they keep him there and get absolutely buried? Because whatever happens, the SNP are not going to do at all well at this general election. But the choice is theirs. But anyway, they're off today. They're in that empty hall. They're trying to convince, I think, only themselves that they have a chance. Try and pep themselves up, pat themselves on the back, pour themselves a wee gin and tonic, and say, top hole, let's go and make a good run of it, chaps. And then they're going to lose. Fun to watch. Anyway, there we go. I was just giving me tuppence halfpenny's worth. So there. It's been a terrible launch. What do we expect? Anyway, till next time, stay safe, stay well, and I will speak to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.